But we were out at Haskell University today, and it was so profound to be with Native students who were really bright. I mean, I was very impressed with that group. And I asked the question of them, what is religion? What is religion? And it's a really tough question these days, right? It's, when I was growing up, I thought of religion as something that was holy and that it was good, and you sought what is good and beautiful and true. That's what religion is, right? Y'all with me, right? I loved religion. I still love religion. As they said, I'm a pastor. But on 9/11, something dramatically changed. And the fact that religion could cause that kind of damage and that kind of evil, right? And so that sent me on the direction of trying to find out and discover what is religion? What is religion? And how could religious people do that kind of damage? And what's that really all about? And so I took a whole direction in my career that I never thought I would take, and that is trying to write on religion and violence. What is religion when it becomes violent? And why does it become that way? So a part of that adventure, I guess you'd call it, is beginning to think about religion in terms of politics. And in polite company, the two things you don't talk about are religion and politics. So we're really in trouble tonight. But those are my two favorite subjects. So there you go. So I began to think about religion and trying to define it in a way which could help you understand why it could become violent. And so, that's kind of a question that I want you to ask tonight. What's going on when religion does violent things? And that's a bit of the question that we have tonight, is it feels to me that we're in a culture right now, politically, that feels right on the edge of being violent. And religion seems to be involved in it. And religion seems to be either motivating it or resisting it. And it's really a complicated time, don't you feel? Yeah. And it's disturbing, and that's probably why you're out here. You want to try to figure this out. And I'm trying to figure it out myself. So the lecture at Haskell was the first time that I did this lecture. So this is the second time. So we're on virgin territory. So bear with me. So let us think together. I don't think I have all the answers. I don't think I have all the answers. But I've begun to think about this. And one of the beautiful things about being at Haskell was that Native Americans, so this is the question I asked. On 9/11, did religion cause the attack on the Twin Towers? Did religion cause the attack on the Twin Towers? So let's just meditate on that. Meditate on that. Or another question would be, what kind of religion caused the attack? Or was that religion rational in causing that attack? Why did bin Laden and Muslim activists do that attack? That's what I asked the group today. So I'm going to ask you that question. Why? Why was that attack done? Why was that attack done? Bin Laden made a fatwa against the Americans. This was a religious action. Thought about it. He's not a scholar. but he had some training, and he made a fatwa against the United States. Was it a religious act? Raise your hand if you think so. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe he thought it was a religious act. I personally don't think it was.
Why not? Tell me why.
Because from what I have, and I'm certainly not expert, but from what I know about the Muslim religion, that's not part of their religious character.
Okay, our friend said it's not a religious act. That's not a part of what Muslims believe. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Anyone else? Was it a religious action? And even more importantly, why was it done? Why was it done? Yeah, go ahead.
About the Holocaust and the Crusades.
Pardon?
Religious actions?
Yes.
Are you asking me a question now?
Yeah.
Are the Holocaust and the Crusades religious? Oh, I would say yes. Yeah, but let's go to my question. Yeah, I like you. You want to come up and speak? I'm tired anyway. I'd like to go out to the bar. Yeah, go ahead.
The troops out of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well, bingo. Did you hear that?
No.
We occupied a part of the Holy Land. Yes? Americans just, it's amazing that Americans don't think of this. We had a military base in Saudi Arabia. Now, am I arguing that it was right for him to attack the Twin Towers? Of course not. But think of the sense of outrage, right, that we would feel if, say, Muslims decided to set up a military base in D.C. Something like that. So the truth is, and I'm going to argue this, it was a religious act. Motivated by religion. Religion, you take notes on this if you want to. Religion is to bind. To bind one to some sacred order, right? To bind back, or to bind back. That is, you have a pledge to something that's sacred, that's beautiful, that's true, that you believe in. The sacred land of Saudi Arabia is sacred. Every piece of it. Americans were occupying. Okay? Interesting, okay? Are you with me? Some of you looking at me like, what's he talking about?
I understand it as a vengeful act and with religious overtones.
A vengeful act with religious overtones, yeah. Perhaps I would reverse it and say it's a religious act with motivated out of revenge for sure. I still think it's a religious act. I'm going back. I know this is tough. This is rough.
Tell me about this occupation that we were doing in Saudi Arabia.
We had a military base there
When?
during this time. Yeah, during this time.
Was that Bin Laden a political actor?
Pardon me? Was
Bin Laden was a political actor.
Bin Laden was a political actor? Yeah, of course. For me, religion and politics are twins. And so I've learned to not differentiate it too much anymore. That religion sees what's most important in life, and politics is pretty close to what's most important to most of us. Think of yourself if things go wrong politically. It's an outrage, right? If something happens, as perhaps for some of you today, it's for some of us, it's an outrage that Trump is even in office. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Some of you, I'm sure some of you feel that, right? So you know what was interesting? This is kind of not a side note, but interesting. As I was saying that we occupied space in Saudi Arabia, and in that sense, as Gentiles, we were making their sacred land profane. Okay? And then I brought it back to our Native American friends, right? Whose land do we occupy? Whoa. And there was kind of a hush in the room and a feeling of like, wow, what's happened? So, you know, the kind of the unawareness of the way we deceive ourselves that we are somehow righteous or innocent. And of course, when Plymouth Rock, when the Congregationalists got here, when they landed on Plymouth Rock, they put down the sword. This is our land. Not just our land. Am I losing it?
Yes.
Oh. I was about to say something. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so when they landed on Plymouth Rock, not only did they claim it, but they said, what did they say? It's the promised land. Wow. The Lord has made a covenant with us. And this is the land that He has given us. And you shall take it and make it your own. And when you read that history, and there's some great books coming out on this, and that is books on religion, politics, and culture in America that go from the beginning to up to today. What, you know, the way they treated the Indians, Native peoples, indigenous peoples, was as if they were guests, unwelcome guests, and deserved, by trespassing, to die. And and I'm interested, of course, in religion. And the Congregationalists were the worst missionaries. Because what did they want to do? They wanted to turn the Native people into white people. And they literally dressed them that way. Of course, it was a sham and it was an absolute disaster. The Jesuits, who came in north and did mission work, were the best, just by the way. And Native peoples recognized that. Why is that? They learned the language, the customs, and then they tried to accommodate their religion to those customs so that people would understand, hey, why is this important? And there's great, write this down, this is my favorite movie, but it's pretty dark, but it's really good, is Black Robe, about the Jesuits as they come into the Huron territory. And they know the languages, they learn languages, but still, even still, it's the dramatic contact between natives and the Jesuits is extraordinarily damaging to both sides, really. So, but it's a great movie because you feel like you're in that time. And what you see within that is these Native peoples looking at Jesuits as if they're from Mars. And they look at each other that way. And it's very good. And then the Franciscans in the South and the Southwest were almost as bad as the Congregationalists. So not a great record. And so who are we to say that we have a problem with the Saudis feeling that we occupy their space? Of course, some of you are saying, you're rationalizing 9/11? No, hell no. It was an outrage. My wife was in the air at that time, not in that